It is caused by missing or low levels of certain clotting factors. Clotting factors are in your blood and stop you from bleeding by making a clot. For kids with hemophilia like me, something as simple as a fall at recess could cause bleeding into a joint, like a knee or into a muscle. But how does the blood normally clot? In people without hemophilia, the body works hard to prevent bleeding from regular day-to-day activities or when we get hurt. When there is a bleed, the body knows to kick into action. Sticky platelets are the first to show up and rush in to stop the bleeding. But platelets can't fix it alone.
Listen, I watch it like a movie, you know.
Yes.
World Hemophilia Day is being celebrated today, the 17th of April, under the theme, Equitable Access for All, recognizing all bleeding disorders. The Hemophilia Society of Jamaica is aiming to educate, inform, and inspire individuals to support those affected by hemophilia and work towards a more inclusive and supportive community by increasing awareness and understanding hemophilia and other bleeding disorders. Joining us this morning to tell us more is the co-chair of the Hemophilia Society of Jamaica, Alex Parkinson. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having me.
That was such an informative short video. But tell us again, what is hemophilia?
All right, so hemophilia essentially is a rare bleeding disorder. Inherited, normally passed through the mother to the son.
Oh, it's hereditary.
Right? It's hereditary, right? Oh. So what normally happens in hemophilia is that the blood doesn't clot like a normal person does. So, for example, if you as a normal person should have a bleed, it probably takes 2 minutes to stop. For someone with hemophilia, it probably takes 2 hours or longer. Wow. Depends on your severity, right? And hemophilia, we have 2 types of hemophilia, hemophilia A and hemophilia B, both having their respective carried protein that's needed to clot the blood. Hemophilia A, it pretty much needs factor 8. Hemophilia B, factor 9. So what happens with hemophilia is that you have a lot of bleeds in the joint, the joints and muscle. So what happens over time is that you get joint damage, right? So your range of motions begin to limit. So your hand, normal person can flex. After a while, your hand becomes fused, have a lot of pain. If you get a lot of bleeds in the joint, you develop what is called like a target joint. So it's pretty much like I would describe it like a volcano. The least thing happens, it erupts. Yeah. It's a bleed.
I see you highlighting the joint. So somebody who is brushing teeth and the gum is bleeding.
Yes.
No worries?
No, it's similar. Hemophilia, I would describe is a change of your lifestyle completely. So a lot of persons with hemophilia, they don't visit the dentist as often because it's minor surgery or anything may cause a lot of bleeding. And that happened to me. I should let you all know that I also have hemophilia.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So what is life like with hemophilia? Like
it's something I want to describe as a unique situation because we get a lot of spontaneous bleeds. What happens is that if you engage in any contact sport or activity, you're liable to get a bleed. Also, I can be here sitting normal and I have a bleed, right? And what persons don't necessarily know is that with hemophilia, it's mostly internal bleed. So you won't see us bleeding out, but we're in pain, severe pain. I don't know what labor pain is, but I can tell you that it should be close to that, the amount of pain you feel, because it's pretty much your joint expanding with blood, bleeding out. So you can actually die due to internal bleed, your blood bleeding out inside of you.
So I'm curious to find out, are women more predisposed or more affected?
Yes, well, the doctors would say that they're the most obvious, they show the most obvious signs. With female, they have like what they call von Willebrand disease. With that, they have mostly bleeds with the uterus, bleeds from the vagina. You will see signs like bruises on the skin, or Jamaica, black and blue. You see them all over the body. So those are some of your more visible signs of what's happening with them.
So early detection?
Early detection is key. And also managing those bleeds, because if you don't treat those bleeds, I describe it like a fire. If you don't smother that quick enough, then it becomes this hard to control.
How do you treat something you can't see though? Like, meaning if you're saying that there's so much internal, like, do you have to take medication? Like, how does that work?
All right, so what we lack for clotting the blood is the essential protein. So what hemophilia use is pretty much factor replacement, which would have the protein necessary to clot the blood. Yeah, so we get that. So that is, for hemophilia A is factor 8, and hemophilia B factor 9. So with that, it slows down the process. So what I want us to understand with hemophilia is that your blood doesn't spew out, it just run fast, it just takes a longer time to clot. That's it. Yeah.
Got it. So I want to know, you know, the theme for Hemophilia Day is happening today. What kind of support do you need from the government to have more awareness, to have more treatment, to have more diagnosis, all of that?
Yes. All right, so thank you very much. World Hemophilia Day is equitable access for all, right?
That's the theme.
That's the theme. So what we're pretty much trying to do is, one, spread awareness. So persons need to know. Things are kind of centralized in Kingston, but other areas, persons all across Jamaica are affected. The statistics from University Hospital says that is over 200 persons with hemophilia in Jamaica. And more we find persons, young ones, coming with that, babies being born. In terms of support, how do we start? Recently, we found out that the drug that's needed, factor, is being probably procured by the government. But what we'd probably want is a fuller discussion with the Ministry of Health and National Health Fund as to how we can procure those drugs. Because my understanding is that it's procured not in the proportion of persons that have the bleeding disorder. So probably they're procuring enough for 50, but we have 200. So before you know it, it's used up quickly, right? And as mentioned before, persons with hemophilia get joint damages. So if persons can donate like wheelchairs and so on, crutches that can help them. Tell us quickly where we can make those donations for private individuals who are watching, who are interested in supporting. All right, so as it stands now, we don't necessarily have our own space, but the head office is at the University of the West Indies. Okay. I can leave the contact information, and then definitely you can reach out and make the donation to us.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Alex, for coming and sharing with us, speaking personally about it. It's a very, very important Hemophilia Awareness Day. That was Alex Parkinson, co-chair of the Hemophilia Society of Jamaica. TK is on the standby with the news, and we'll be right back. Don't move a muscle.